Hello and welcome to Nemo's Views. Warning, this vlog may contain spoilers for some of you. By now, the world mostly knows the result of the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight that happened. For me, in the UK, it was the early hours of this morning. I got up especially early to watch. Iron Mike Tyson is still the man. He put up a really good show. Unfortunately, old Father Time just marches on and on and on. The relentless aspect of time, even for a warrior like Mike Tyson, the heart of a champion, the heart of a warrior. He fought a man in prime physical condition. I mean, let's be fair, if you watched, Jake Paul, a young man, very, very much in his prime, and the fact that Mike Tyson was still willing to go in and fight a man who could be his son, it shows you just what a true warrior Mike Tyson is. Even if he wasn't able to overcome time, that's basically what it is. He took a few shots and he dished out a few good shots as well. The man can still fight. I said to my wife, if it was before the fight, I said, if it was just a case of a tear-up, a good old-fashioned tear-up, with absolutely no rules, anything goes, I would put my money on Mike Tyson all day long and twice on a Sunday. A good old-fashioned tear-up. A fight, a scrap, a rumble, a brawl. I would put my money on Mike Tyson all the time. I wouldn't even think twice. But, the boxing, Mike Tyson did take some good shots. There's a couple of times I was thinking, oh no, I was even stood up watching. I was stood in my front room watching on Netflix, which had a bit of a shaky start, if I'm being brutally honest. I thought, if I'm going to miss this fight because Netflix haven't done their due diligence and checked that their servers and whatever can handle an event of this magnitude, because everybody was watching. I mean, I've seen on social media today, people that don't even like fighting, don't even like boxing, were watching. And I thought, oh, hang on a minute. When I started seeing that little red circle on the screen, I thought, this is it. I'm going to miss the fight now simply because Netflix haven't checked things out properly, haven't... what was it somebody called a load test? They haven't done a load test to see if they can actually handle it. But that being said, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul's entrance, it was very flamboyant. It was exactly what you'd expect. He rode in on the back of some custom-made, flash-modified car. One of these, I don't know, a properly modified car, big flash thing, and he rode in with his brother and it was all very flamboyant and extravagant. And I sat there and I wasn't really impressed by it, to be honest. But then it was Mike's turn to appear, to make his entrance, and he was there on his own. He didn't have a big entourage. He didn't have, he didn't go in there firm-handed. He didn't have a big firm wrapped around him. He was, he was Iron Mike. He doesn't need anyone else. He doesn't need to prove anything. He doesn't need to show anybody anything. But there he was, coming to show us that he was there. And he appeared on his own, and then some security did appear. There's cameramen around him, obviously, but he didn't have a big entourage. He appeared, and he took care of business, but he fought, he did well. It wasn't a farce of a fight. It wasn't, it was a professionally sanctioned, proper sanctioned fight. And, you know, as good as Mike is and as aggressive as he can be, it was just time. It was just time. If he was just 10 years younger, or it's time. It catches up to all of us. It really does catch up to all of us. And you realise you're not the young buck that you were. But Iron Mikey's got a lot to be proud of. He went in there against a man more than half his age, and he had a fight, and he did well, and he proved that even at 58, Mike Tyson is still the man. You know, I was stood up in my front room watching this fight, and as much as I wanted to see Iron Mike Tyson win, you know, there was a couple of times he was wobbled. I don't want to take anything away from Mike Tyson. So a couple of times he was wobbled, he was rattled, but he saw it through to the end. He went the distance. He went the distance, and that's what matters. You know, that's all that counts. He went the distance. He saw the fight through. He had the fight. The fact that he was in the fight. You know, it should have been in the summer, but then it was postponed. I think Mike Tyson had a health issue of some description. I don't really know what. But he still went ahead and he did it. Mike has got nothing to prove to anybody at all. He can hold his head up high and he can know that he's the man. You know, Mike Tyson he's still the man. He is the legend. So, yeah, if you get a chance to go onto Netflix, if they re-show it or replay it or whatever, go and have a look, have a watch, and you'll see what a warrior looks like.